Alright, so we gotta take that off. We gotta take that off. Then we gotta get down in here under this hose, take that off, and then down here. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, what's up today, guys? Brian here, Brian's Little Garage. As you can see in the background, what do we got going on? Update on the Teryx. We got her back in here. I got her back together, and so far she's doing great. I did not film doing the carburetors. The boots on the bottom of the carburetors were dry rotted. They were bad. That guy was right at the cycle shop, but you couldn't tell it until you took them off. So I had ordered those along with the gauges, the vacuum gauges to sync the carburetors. And I had took the back carburetor apart, took the bowl off. Nothing was dirty inside. Everything was good. And so put all that back together, put the new boots on it, sync the carburetors. This thing's running like it was when we got it, brand new. She's running great, doing good. Issue we're going to deal with today, I talked about in the other video, was the little valve cover gaskets. I ordered those from Babbitt's, and we're going to get those put on today. So let me pull them out of the bag here, and we'll take a look at them. Yeah, it's not the best. I know. Gotta look at my ugly face for a minute, right? Before we do that, I'll get on to replacing the water pump and stuff. I'm gonna turn you around here and stick you down in there. Water pump right down there. Wasn't the water pump we replaced. We replaced the starter gear, one-way bearing, put new water pump seals and a bearing in there, and all that is doing great, except on the bottom of the water pump housing I have a tiny leak. There's just a little bit of antifreeze, you can see. So I'm debating on whether or not to order another gasket. The gasket has some kind of a coating on it, a silver coating, and I'm guessing it's like a sealant, so you don't have to put any kind of uckumpucky on it. And but that gasket had a little bit of a crease in it in one spot, and I'm thinking that's what it is where it's leaking, because everything is torqued down to spec the way it's supposed to be, and I don't know what else it could be. The main gasket that seals up for the starter gear, all that, for the bigger housing, not leaking a drop of oil. Everything there's good, which I did put the uckumpucky on it, and along with the gasket, so it's sealed up good. So my dilemma is whether to order that gasket, and which I'm going to order it anyway. It's only like $4.99 off the old EMA Bay, and but what my concern is for those bolts that hold the water. Here we go, brain fart. That hold on the housing for the water pump also hold on that side case. Now everything else is torqued down. My issue is, what I'm afraid of is, if I take those four out, is that going to cause a leak on the other gasket? So oil would start leaking out. Hopefully not. So as minute as the leak is, I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. It might end up fixing itself. I mean, you get under there and you just see just a tiny bit of residue of antifreeze. Just a little tiny bit right there on that. So I might run it like that for a little bit and see maybe if it fixes itself somehow, seals up. But if not, I'll get the gasket, and then we'll see about changing it. I think I do need to bleed the the cooling system again, because I think I have a little bit of an air pocket. But the big thing right now is getting those valve cover gaskets changed, because the front one, the very front one, is right over top of the front exhaust pipe. Excuse me. And it is leaking oil right down on that pipe. And you can smell it big time. And the wife's like, this thing's on fire, it's on fire. Oh, you know, well, it's not. So we're going to clean that up. We're going to change those out, clean those up, and try to spray some of that residual oil down off of it and get it to where she's not doing that anymore. And then we'll move on to other stuff. But yes, I'm sorry I didn't film doing the carburetors. I was kind of by myself and trying to get the phone mounted up to video it and all that, and I was having problems with my iCloud saying everything's full and blah blah blah. So yeah, I know, excuses. I need to get me a good camera that I can use to do this. So let's check out the gaskets and show you what we got here. I'm gonna turn you around. Ready? Here we go. Here they are. 4 gaskets. Here's where they came from. Babbitt's online. They send you a nice little sticker kit with it. It's got like what, 1, 2, 3, 4 stickers. But you can go to Babbitt's online, and they have Arctic Cat, Honda, Kawasaki, KTM, Polaris, Suzuki, Yamaha, Textron. But you can get parts, you can go in and look it up, and it gives you diagrams for you put in your specific model. Gives you diagrams for everything, and you can go in, just pull up where you need, you know, what you need, and gives you part numbers, prices. You can add to the cart, check out, and yeah. So we got four gaskets here. Nice, just little rubber O-rings, pretty much. And what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of grease, I'll put on these, and yeah, we'll go from there. So let me get my grease out. I went ahead and saved a little bit of time. I went ahead and pulled all the plastics, everything off, so that way I could get in there a little easier, make it a little quicker. And so yeah, let's get after it. I'll bring you back here in just a second. We'll get set up and get this stuff going. Okay. Alright, so these bolts right here hold the air box on. There's one here, one on the other side. I already took the one on the other side off. This is a little tricky to video, just how I'm having to mount the phone up and stuff. So we'll get this bolt off, then we'll take off this one over there, that one there, that one there, and that'll be the back cylinder. We'll get those off, then we'll move on to the front ones. And probably what I'll do is go ahead and do the gaskets on these first, get these back on, and clean up around the surface. And you can see this back one back here has been leaking pretty good too. Yeah, we need to get these things off here. Let's get at it. Just trying to do this quickest, fastest way I can, because this is our farm unit. We use this thing. We got a big 50-gallon water drum on the back here, barrel, more or less, that I made a I don't know what you call it, I guess like a frame to hold the barrel. And we can fill her up with water and drive up and use the bed to dump, and just fill up our water troughs for our goats. There's that one. So that's that one. I'm going to go ahead and pop this back cover off here. And we'll bust my knuckles with that. We'll switch sockets. I need to find me some longer metric wrenches. Now, before I take this all the way off, I'm going to grab a rag. Try to wipe a little bit of that dust off there. I want to try to keep any dirt from falling down in there if I can. That's always good to keep the dirt out of your engine, isn't it? Now, ideally, I would take this off, but like I said, I'm trying to do this kind of quick, fast, and in a hurry. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to knock you around there. These are just 8mm. That popped off pretty easy. And there she be. That's all it is. We're going to replace this little gasket right here. You can see it. Got some new ones. Know we're getting good oil to the top of the motor. See the oil in there. We'll lay that one there. I'm just going to wipe that surface off while I got it. And she's pretty clean. Yeah, boy. Get the ratchet in over here on this one. A little wrench. Just a little wrench. Oh, good gravy. Ah, there it went. Ow. Try not to hurt yourself. I thought she broke loose. Yes, she did. Well, she's gonna be a little stubborn. There we go. Now this bracket that's hooked into this one holds the air box, helps hold the air box. Once these are up out of here, the bracket will kind of move out of the way. If I can get my fingers in over there. Well, I might have to go around to the other side here. I'll try to get that one. Can you see? I'm trying to keep you from falling off there. Light, I know, isn't the best. Ow. Little tight quarters. So you get this bracket out of the way. There we go. She's already loose. Lift her up off her. There's that one. All right, we're going to take these over to the bench. Here, get these. You're going to shake for just a minute while I unhook you here. Alright, now you can see them a little better. I'll try to hook you up here. Is that going to work? My stand here, I got, it's not going to work right. Alright, give me just a second. I'll bring you right back. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Here's the part number for these. For a 2008 Kawasaki Teryx. I believe mine's an LE 750. Fuel or non-fuel injected, just carbureted. But this is the part number. They're probably the same, even for a fuel injected one. But anyway, that's it. Part number. And then, like I said, there's the place where I got them. Babbitt's online. Let's get these old ones off here. Yeah, they're a little flattened out. You can see a little bit of the difference there. That's original equipment from 2008, so I don't think that's too bad. Grab me another rag. Just pop this one out. I left my pick tool over on the machine. There's that one. Same thing. She's a little skinny. Lay that over out of the way. Now I'm just going to wipe these things up here a little bit. Need to grab my brake clean over and clean these up. I think I'll do that. I do not want to spray this on these fresh gaskets here. I'm just spraying this on this to just try to clean a little bit of the dirt, a little bit of the Earl out of the groove. Just to clean them up just a little bit. And just wipe out that groove best you can. I'll show you a little trick I'm going to do with them. With the gaskets, that is. as much of that out of there as possible. I tend to go through the shop towels. These shop towels anymore aren't cheap. But it's like, you know, when you work on stuff, it's oily and everything else, it's just like, you know, you almost can't do without them. I'm just trying to get as much of this out here as possible. That rag shoved down in there and try to soak that up. Soak that junk up out of there. That looked pretty good. Alright, here's my little trick. Use some Bel Ray waterproof grease. This stuff is it's a high temp grease. Use it on bearings, everything else. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put me a little coat around these gaskets just to help seal up. Just get a little on your finger and work it around there. And now when you lay these down on there, these pretty much fit right on there. And they don't fit tight down in there. So that's another reason for the grease. That'll help keep that there when I put it back on. Now I could take and just go around and put a little bit of grease down in that, but I'm just going to put it on the O-ring itself, what I call an O-ring, gasket, whatever the hell you want to call it. I am going to do my best to try to improve my video quality and be more informational and, you know, all that good stuff. Alright, so I'm going to stick these back on. There they are. Just a little bit of grease around them. Get these stuck back on. And then it's off to the front ones. We'll get the front ones done. Alright, so these are back on. Sorry, didn't video it there. Trying to mount this camera up and do this all at one time in a really tight, confined space is kind of hard to do. So I got the bracket back on. The back one there, I already got it on there, and focus tightened down. This one here, I'm getting it on there, and we'll get these snug back up. And then it'll be on to the front ones. These tightened down, I believe it was 6 Newton meters or like 6.6 Newton meters or something like that. Torque, that's good. Now the other side, and do it from over here. I don't know if I can. I already got it. Probably gonna have to go around here to the other side. Let's do that. Let's go around to the other side and see if we can get in there. It's a beautiful day out. There's our guardian dogs and our duck, and the goats are nowhere to be seen. They're probably hiding inside. Neighbor's cattle. This is our wonderful little 5 acres. Oop, didn't want to see that old pool. Wind took that thing clear over there. That was for the dobies. But yeah, it is a beautiful day outside. Alright, let's get back. Alright, can you see her right there? Yep. And, nope. Couldn't get the ratchet on from that side. This one I ran it down by hand, pretty much. All the way down. That should be good. That's aluminum. Don't want to strip them heads out. Alright, so these here, there's one right there. And the other one is right up there. So I'm going to take these off and not worry about videoing that. We could do the same thing we did to the back ones and we'll be done.